Welcome back, everybody, here on Video Productions. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you for game number 4 from the Phenom Hoops Classic, as it is now Greater Beckley Christian getting set to take on Winton Woods, Ohio. There's Greater Beckley Christian, the Crusaders, coming in at 1-2. Winton Woods Warriors coming in at 0-4 out of Cincinnati. As temp is controlled by Winton Woods. They'll be going right to left across your computer screen and television screen here in the first quarter. Out front is Damari Martin. Martin gets it over left side. They look inside. Darian Brown tries to find an opening. Now they swing it back over left again. Greater Beckley plays out a single A in classification in West Virginia primarily. As Brown over to the right side. Tony Burrell now back to the top of the key as Greater Beckley switching quickly in this 2-3 defense to get things started.
The Jim Boeheim special 2-3 zone that this Greater Beckley team is running right now.
And coached by Brian Helton as they kick it out front for 3. Off the mark, no good for Darian Brown, and rebounded by Greater Beckley. They bring it up the floor. Sean Hoskins gives it off out at the top of the key for Thaddeus Jordan. Now back inside, driving in is Elijah Edwards. Kicks it out for 3. No good off the mark by number 5, Caden Smallwood, and rebounded by the Warriors. So take on, they've got those Robert C. Byrd uniforms as well.
Yeah.
A little bit throws you off when they came out. I thought it was RCB for a moment when they came out. And trying to deny the entry pass to the big man down low, Will Whitson, the senior, and now they go for 3 again from deep, and Martin off the mark, rebounded by the Crusaders. They come up the floor and going to draw a foul this time, as that'll go against Darian Brown, the junior. That'll be his first on the push. Good pressure that time by Smallwood on the defense. Absolutely.
Slowed down the fast break opportunities there for Greater Beckley as they're trying to push the tempo. They look like they're going to come out and try and run and gun.
Lob it in deep for Edwards. He'll bring it over left side, gets into the circle, now gets it back out as they reset the offense here. Smallwood gets it over right side. 3 on the way from the corner off the back iron, and no good for Thad Jordan. And rebounded by Winton and throws it away. Again, Winton Woods with the turnover gives it back over to Greater Beckley. Still no score nearly 2 minutes into the game.
Isaiah Harrison for Greater Beckley Christian, Chris, he's a big house that'll be underneath on the block most of the night from the looks of things, but got that Horace Grant goggles look. I'm digging it.
I do. I was thinking the same thing. So now they get it up ahead. Chance here inside, stolen away. So still no score yet here in the 4th game from this classic, and drive in, knocked away from Burrell. Still loose over on the far side. Burrell gets it back. Now kicks it back to the top of the key. Ball fake by Martin. Looks over near side, able to be caught by Brown. Now resets at the top of the circle with Burrell.
This 2-3 zone is right now being ran to absolute perfection by Greater Beckley.
And do such a good job of switching everywhere they go. Now they get it inside, back out. And looked like taking a shot in the mouth there was Brown, but nothing called.
Doing a great job of extending the pressure.
Now they kick it over for 3, and there's the first points of the game as Tony Burrell, the 5'9 junior, able to convert, make it 3-0 Warriors.
And that was a good shot there by Burrell.
They get it into the right corner, 3 on the way, and answering back immediately is Greater Beckley as that one falls for Sean Haskins, averages 4 points per game.
Looks like number 12 for Winton Wood, Darian Brown, might have caught an elbow or something right in the mouth, and so they're going to bring a sub in. They're going to bring in number 3, Caden Stevens.
Yeah, that was a moment ago. Whenever he was on the offensive end, looked like he got caught in the mouth on a switch, and now the blood comes after a couple of moments there. They had to clean up a little bit on the near side, but he'll have to go to the bench and have that treated before he can come back into the game. It'll be Winton Woods basketball here.
And now Greater Beckley's coming out, and they're going to press here.
And I'll tell you what, this Winton Woods team's been a little bit snake-bitten this year. Again, they're 0-4, but they've lost 3 of their games by a combined 8 points.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, they lost their last one by just a point, and they lost another one by 2 points, so they've been right on the cusp. As Burrell answers back again for 3, back-to-back threes for him.
Yeah, and that one was NBA range 3-point shot there. Nice shooting from Burrell.
6-3 in favor of the Warriors. Crusaders on the offensive end. Pass inside, deflected and stolen away. Now here comes Burrell into the front court. Gets to the free throw line, jump steps into the paint, and Tony Burrell off to a big start here as he's got all 8 of Winton Wood's points. Now here comes Greater Beckley breaking the pressure underneath. Nice find, and underneath laying it in is Hoskins. Right now it's Burrell 8, Hoskins 5 here in the early going.
And it's back and forth, and this has been a nice bit of running there from Greater Beckley.
On the backcourt, Burrell fakes, gets it into the center. Kick it over right side for Martin. Martin lobs it to the free throw line, kicks it back out. Burrell goes for 3 again, this time off the mark. Long rebound comes out, fought 4, and the Warriors come up with it. Into the center, nice drive and take, but it's going to be a charge on Demary Martin, the 6'5 junior.
Yeah, it looked like they got position, did Greater Beckley underneath. Able to get in there and get that charge call. And I got to give credit, Chris, all the officials here tonight have been very consistent with that block charge call in almost every game that we've seen in this tournament.
And these two teams averaging around the same all season long point-wise. Greater Beckley at 56 points per game. Winton Woods at 52.8 points per game is now. Here come the Warriors in transition. Floater in the air, no good. Off the mark that time by Caden Stevens. And knocked loose and out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch, it appears, by Greater Beckley. We've got 3:38 remaining in the first quarter. It's an 8-5 lead for the Warriors as Burrell will inbound from underneath his own basket.
Again, this Winton Wood team, now it looks like Greater Beckley, they're just trying to trap now most time down the court, which is surprising because that 2-3 zone I thought was pretty effective, and now they get back into it.
Now out front, Stevens back to Burrell. Thought about another 3. Now they get it over right side for Martin. Martin top of the key for Stevens. And again, keep trying to probe this 2-3 defense.
When ran correctly, the 2-3 zone is really one of the hardest defenses to play against.
It very much is. Again, whenever you're just switching side to side, again, it's very hard to find any openings on the interior. And Greater Beckley's got a big man in there, Christian Krunich, right now to protect the paint. So kick it over again left side for Martin, and give Winton Woods a lot of credit. They're being patient, not forcing anything up right now despite this defense, but now there's a steal. Taken away, breakaway on the other end, and slam dunk for Thad Jordan, and that cuts the lead to 1.
Jordan goes up and throws it down. Big bucket there for Greater Beckley.
Where have you heard that before? Jordan throws it down as he gets a steal now. Up ahead, looking for Edwards. Lost it in the corner. Back out front for Krunich. Looks down low. His pass deflected, stolen away, but Krunich gets it back. Now he takes it in, goes up right side, and lays it up in front of Stevens.
Krunich is a big horse out there as he threw the ball away, but was able to recover his own throwaway there.
I was going to say, if you had had Krunich trying to dunk on Stevens there, that would have been one of the biggest.
That's what I was kind of watching for it.
That would have been one of the biggest nightmare mismatches going inside that you've seen in a while. As Burrell goes to the ground hard that time. Look, he scuffed up his elbow as we look here on our instant replay.
See, and there's the turnover, but recovers his own turnover, and here he comes, and just a layup, and doesn't try to Ja Morant the Kevin Love there, if you get that reference.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Stevens may have saw his life flashing before his eyes.
Notice he kind of had the Olay defense there, just kind of stepped to the side.
Yeah, he made a business decision on that play.
I think there's times to cut your losses, and there's times to die on that mountain.
Now 9-8 in favor of Greater Beckley with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Really, Chris, the only time you're going to find a hole in that 2-3 zone is if they're extending it like this, like Greater Beckley is, you have to try to go baseline.
And if you were with us just moments ago, you saw a thrilling finish between Man and Nitro, with Man prevailing 63-62, and now we got a whistle and a timeout here by Coach David Lumpkins.
Looks like he's going to take a full timeout.
All right, so we'll take it as well with 1:42 left in the first quarter. Back after this as you're watching the Phenom Country Roads Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Gosh. Back to action here at Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Nathan Bush, in what has been a terrific 3-day event.
It really has, and I hope this is the first of many of these. I've really enjoyed myself down here, Chris.
It has. It's been something special to get all these teams, especially a lot of these big-time programs and prep school and even some of the new ones down here getting some exposure. And, you know, it's been good to see the community of Chapmanville come out and support it as well throughout the event. We've had three very good games thus far today, looking for a fourth here. And thus far, it's been back and forth as a turnover up ahead as Edwards tried to get it out in front. And again, Edwards yet to score in this game for Greater Beckley, but he is averaging 19 points per game, is the 5'11 senior, so he's someone that can fill it up in a hurry for Greater Beckley.
Absolutely. Right now, Greater Beckley shooting 57% from the floor, and I got to give a shout-out to our guy here who's hooked us up here with this nice little stat board we've got. I'm really enjoying this.
I was going to say, we look much more professional than we deserve to at the moment.
And we actually sound better.
It's a 9-8 Greater Beckley, 60 seconds left in the first quarter. Out front, Burrell, who is still the only man to score for the Warriors thus far here in the first quarter. He's got all 8 of their points. Now they get it over to Martin. Martin back to Burrell into the left corner. 3 on the way, no good. Good look that time for Brown, but unable to finish. Now we get a whistle and a loose ball foul against Winton Woods.
It's going to be their second team foul, I believe, and that's Brian Shepard over here, the man providing us with this great stats update here. We've got stats and statistics, and I'm telling you, we look like Bill Lusk over here, if you know who that is. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm going to say, he said, "You want this?" And he showed us what it was. We went, yeah, you'll be lucky to get it back after this.
Yeah, it looked like kids with new toys on Christmas.
So it is. It's nice having all the technology we have with video productions as well as this, too. It's down to 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Out front, 3 on the way from the right wing, in and out for Edwards. And, again, that was a good-looking shot, just rimmed out on him. The ball goes back over to the Warriors with 25.6 seconds left in the quarter.
Robbie Mounts is telling me stats and statistics are the same thing. I disagree.
There's an argument I want to sit in on and feel dumber about after I'm done. He's driving left baseline is Brown. Cut off pass intercepted out front, taking it in. Triskovich takes it in all the way, and he'll finish on the right side with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Up ahead, a heave beyond midcourt at the horn, over the rim, and no good. And Greater Beckley storms back after a quick start by Winton Woods, and they take an 11-8 lead as we head to quarter number 2. Back after this break as you are watching the Country Roads Phenom Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
They're good. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as we're in game number 4 from the Phenom Hoops Classic here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Final evening of this Hoops Classic, and right now it is Greater Beckley leading Winton Woods 11-8 as we start quarter number 2.
Final evening of this tournament, and then next weekend, Chris, right after Christmas, we'll be back for the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament right here in Chapmanville.
Again, going to be fun as we get to come right back here to Chapmanville. 4 teams be down here as well, so we'll have all that action for you as well here on Video Productions.
The travel. Officials got that right.
And so Greater Beckley with a turnover to start quarter number 2. And again, been a lot of action back and forth. Been a little sloppy here thus far, though, against turnovers on both ends.
You got 2 teams from out of town, neutral site, trying to get used to the court, used to the rooms. It's their first game of the weekend, so trying to get ready for that and take some getting used to.
Yeah, you got 5 turnovers from Winton Woods and 3 thus far for Greater Beckley Christian. It's Greater Beckley, though, with the lead as they swing it over right side for Martin. Martin, top of the key. He gives it off to Matthews, who's checked into the game. Now to Burrell again. Burrell's still the only player for Winton Woods to get into the scorebook. He'll go for 3 from deep and count it again. Tony Burrell on fire here in the first half, and right now the only one keeping Winton Woods alive on the offensive end.
And that's because he can shoot the lights out, and that's how you beat a 2-3 zone. You shoot your way out of it.
Now here comes a drive on the left side. What a move inside. Unable to finish, though, is Isaiah Harrison, the 6'4 senior. Now a chance for the Warriors to take the lead back. It's Burrell trying to guide where to go to, trying to get himself in position here. They get it inside. Not much there. Pass tipped in the air, and another Winton Woods turnover taken away by the Crusaders. Here they come up the left side, trying to find some space. It is Hoskins, and he's fouled on the way in. So he'll go to the line with 6:36 left in the first half.
And here's our first quarter statistics brought to you by Logan Regional Medical Center. See here, 27.2% for Winton Woods shooting, 55.56% for Greater Beckley.
Again, we appreciate that. Again,
that's awesome. I feel like I'm getting spoiled right now with these stats, man. This is fun.
That's free throw
normally
good for Hoskins.
Normally it's just Chris and a pen over here keeping track.
And I'm still doing it, even though I really don't have to right now. I just realized that. I was like, I've got it all in front of me, but it's just creature of habit situation. So I'm still doing what I normally do, but even though it's right in front of my face. But now second free throw for Hoskins coming up, and that one good as well. We'd also like to give a shout out to Bob Bolin out there. We hope you're watching with us here this evening, Bob. Again,
hello, Bob.
Again, Bob, big voice of the Marshall Thundering Herd as well, as now there's a steal at midcourt. Nice give off underneath, and that's going to be an automatic foul underneath. As a good ball fake by Smallwood after the steal from Jordan, and that'll send him to the line.
One thing Winton Woods has not been able to do thus far, Chris, every time Greater Beckley gets the ball, they are pushing as fast as they can. Winton Woods has not been able to set up their defense.
Free throw up off the back iron, no good for Smallwood. Again, averages 5.7 points per game, does the 5'11 sophomore.
You see the replay here. Pump fake underneath and then a hard foul.
Second free throw good for Smallwood. Lead back up to 3 for the Crusaders. Again, last year Greater Beckley was 18-7. And they've made the state tournament 4 of the last 7 years, have the Crusaders, so they've had a long run of success in single A. Haven't been able to take home the title just yet, but they've been right on the doorstep quite a few times.
You got to know Tug Valley's watching this game.
Now Burrell, he'll take a 3 and banks it in.
Hey.
He threw his hands up after that to say, well, whatever.
The bank is open, young man.
Yes, that was a good giveaway that he didn't intend for that to happen, but you know what? When you're hot, you're hot. And right now, that young man is hot. As Harrison goes up inside and traveled with it. Again, that would look like it might be an N1 at first, but to wipe it away.
Even the coach, I read his lips, he said, yeah, he walked. But there's the 3, and the bank was wide open for Mr. Burrell.
I love how he just threw his arms up there at the end as if to say, well, didn't mean for that to happen, but I'll take it.
Hey, as long as it goes in.
14 apiece here in the first half. As Harry Kirk, legendary coach, coming by us, and missed that guy. And my goodness, Tony Burrell single-handedly winning this game right now for Winton Woods. 17-14 Winton Woods, but Tony Burrell has all 17 points. Nice drive, and that would have been a tremendous finish by Edwards coming in, but they wipe it away. But right now, again, we take a look at it again on our instant replay. Again, Burrell, he's just getting too much space, but you know what? With that 2-3 zone, they can't get all the way out on him, and he's got all that range. So, I mean, he's going to keep popping from there as long as they'll give that to him.
And they've been giving it to him all night. Apparently they're not worried about it as big man goes up underneath. That's Isaiah Harrison. He draws the foul.
So Hairston will go to the free throw line. But you know what? It is kind of a, catch-22 here. Do you want to try and get out and stop him and open up everybody else, or do you want him to just be the only one scoring all night? Again, it can be, a give-and-take type situation as Hairston hits the first.
Again, Chris, the 2-3 zone, the only way to really get your other team out of it, if you're Greater Beckley, they're going to be shot out of it. That's the way it is, and Burrell's doing that right now. They've allowed him 17 points on 5 of 6 from 3, 6 of 8 overall here in this ball game.
Hairston cans both free throws as Greater Beckley 5 of 6 from the line, all that here in the second quarter. So now it's a 1-point lead for Tony Burrell. They get it up ahead into the right corner. Now back out to Burrell. He's at the Tiger Paw.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. He's across half court. He's in range.
He gets it over left side.
Don't be surprised if they go box from one on Burrell.
Williams had it. Now he gets it back. Looks into the center, almost took his teammate's head off that time. It's a good catch, though, by Lawson at the last second. Now they go down low. Lawson trying to get free and a whistle. And I think a foul on the floor here. Again, that would be only team foul number 2 against Greater Beckley.
Burrell has taken 8 shots. The rest of the team combined has taken 3. 6. I didn't see Darian Brown's 0-3. But, Burrell just on fire.
Spin in, lost by Lawson, but into the hands, and there it finally breaks the streak for Winton Woods as Williams able to get it to bank home for the first points from anyone other than Tony Burrell.
And Burrell finally got some help.
Now down low, kicks it back out, good look, 3 on the way, count it from the right wing by Caden Smallwood.
And that was good defense there, though, from Williams as he got both hands up in the face. But that was a good shot there for Greater Beckley.
19 apiece here, almost midway through the second quarter. Out front, Winton Woods trying to set things up with Jermaine Matthews, a 6'1 senior. They get it back out front to Burrell. They work it over to Williams. Williams being fronted by Edwards, and now a whistle and a 3-second call. And it looked like that time that Lawson had just camped out in the middle and lost track of time.
You can't do that. That 3-second call, you don't see it very often, but when it's really a call used to enforce, it's kind of hard to do, though. When the team's playing a 2-3 zone, if you're Winton Woods, you're kind of standing there going, well, he's in the paint, but it's like there's no defensive 3 seconds in high school basketball.
And Demarion Stone now into the game, sophomore for Winton Woods. We fall under the midway point of the second quarter. Nice dish off inside, but unable to finish with Smallwood, and rebound taken away.
That was a good cut and a good pass.
Stone there for the rebound for the Warriors. Now to Burrell, who's taking a couple of possessions off here from shooting. trying to cool down a little bit, get his muscles loose again. They get it back top of the key. Now swing it over left side for Williams. Again, Winton Woods being very patient with this 2-3 zone. Williams thought about jacking one there, but instead goes back top of the key. Nice drive into the center, found an opening, but unable to finish. Now reset back out front with Williams. He'll put up a floater along the left baseline, no good. Stone with the rebound, goes back up, and Stone able to finish.
That's a good one-handed rebound from Stone as he got position as the 2-3 zone broke down there, and an easy putback for him. And now Winton Woods on top.
21-19 Warriors. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Hairston, he'll bomb away for 3. No good off the side of the rim. Rebound comes down for Winton Woods as tearing that out was Lawson. Now here's Burrell up the center of the floor looking to extend their lead. Greater Beckley led by 3 at the end of the first quarter. Inside they go, trying to dish it off for Stone and taken away. Again, nice steal that time by Hoskins as they work it up the floor here. Here comes Smallwood into the center. Smallwood looks right side, finds Edwards. Again, Edwards, the leading scorer on this team, still doesn't have a bucket and can't find one there as Stone able to tear away another rebound.
They've really done a good job as Winton Wood of shutting down Edwards here tonight. He's really struggling so far.
Now Burrell at the top of the key. Gets it over on the right side. Back out to Burrell. 2:15 to go before halftime. Burrell looks back towards Coach Lumpkins and gets signal. And this Winton Woods team out of Ohio, near Cincinnati.
Apparently Winton Woods is going to, hey, we'll stand here and dribble. We got the lead.
That's one of the keys right there with 2-3 defense. You can be more patient, especially without a shot clock.
Absolutely.
Oh, dangerous pass and almost stolen by Jordan. Now into the left corner. Trying to drive in as Williams gets by Hairston, and he takes it in and lays it in for an easy 2, and that's going to draw a timeout here by Coach Brian Helton. A 30-second timeout with 1:47 left before the half, so we'll keep things here. And right now, Winton Woods, they've stopped turning the ball over as much. Again, they had a bunch of turnovers in the early going of this game. They've started to settle down now. Again, still 9 turnovers here in the first half, but again, they're getting into their offense a lot easier. They're starting to be able to penetrate into the paint, creating more opportunities other than having to bomb away from the outside.
Absolutely, and with Greater Beckley going for that steal there, you saw the hole in the 2-3 zone opened up, and that allowed Winton Woods to really take advantage of it. And Greater Beckley, this 2-3 zone worked early, but Burrell got hot from the outside. They had to pay a little more attention to him, and that's what I mean by shooting your way out of the 2-3 zone. And it looks like Greater Beckley, they're going to stick with that zone. It's almost like a Jim Boeheim-Syracuse thing. Is we're going to live by it, we're going to die by it. That's what we're going to do. And if you're Greater Beckley, you might have to start maybe think a box and one, or even go to a 1-3-1 here and try to see if you can slow down this Winton Wood offense. It's got on a little bit of a run here.
Edwards brings it up the floor, gets it up top. Now Jordan on the way for 3, and that got halfway down and popped out. Rebound underneath by Winton Woods as Williams able to corral another rebound. Now Burrell up the floor. Again, he hasn't shot in a while here, but Winton Woods now starting to find production from other places. And if you're just joining us, Burrell had the first 17 points of the game for Winton Woods. Now the last 6 are coming from other people, and now Burrell gets on the left side. Kicks it into the paint, now back out. Again, good ball movement here by Winton Woods. That's half the key. Don't let the ball stop against 2-3 defenses like this. And now they get it down to the baseline, back out top for Burrell. Under a minute to go here in the first half as some of the Winton Woods contingent now starting to clap and cheer as they enjoy what their team's doing right now, trying to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, and they're just going to slow the game down here against this zone. And looks like now Greater Beckley's going to back off and just let Winton Wood hold for 1 here to end the half.
Edwards comes out a little bit to contest here to at least get a count on Burrell. Now he gives it over right side in front of us for Brown. Brown back over far side for Williams. Now they go down low. What a look.
Wow.
And what a finish underneath by Stone, but what a pass.
I don't know if he meant to do that or if it just happened, but what a great pass from Stone to get there. He'll tell you he meant to do it.
We're down to the final 10 seconds of the half. 6-point lead for the Warriors as Edwards gets it over left side. Smallwood out front now. Gets it over to Edwards looking for his first field goal of the half, and there it is, and a big time to get it for Elijah Edwards. A step back 3 to stymie some of the momentum from Winton Woods as we head into the half, as it's been an entertaining first 16 minutes, and it's Winton Woods with a 25-22 lead over Brian Helton's ball club right now. But we'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll break down the first half scoring for you and all your stats here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you are watching the Phenom Hoops Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new power leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up, it's gonna cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal...
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you. Alongside me, Nathan Bush. Robbie Mounts, our engineer. You probably heard coming back there a second ago. We are back from intermission, 25-22, Winton Woods. And Nathan, take us through some of the first half stats.
Well, here's our first half stats brought to you by Logan Regional Medical Center and the great statistician Brian Shepard. Winton Woods shot 50% from field goal percentage out on the court. I'll get that right in a minute. And greater
field goal percentage.
Shut up. Greater Beckley, 41% from the floor. No free throws for Winton Wood, but 83% for Greater Beckley. 50% from three goes Winton Woods. A lot of Tony Burrell shooting, and 27% for Greater Beckley. 9 turnovers, though, for Winton Wood, and only 5 to Greater Beckley.
And Tony Burrell leading the way and leading all scorers with 17 points and 5 3-pointers. You had Kirsten Williams with 4 points and Demarion Stone with 4 points as well. So that's all the scoring from the Warriors, but it has led to a 3-point lead. Again, on the other end, you got 7 players in the scorebook for Greater Beckley, led by Sean Hoskins with 7 points.
Greater Beckley has come out now in man-to-man here to start the second half.
So this will be an interesting change here. Again, the 3 at the end of the half by Elijah Edwards really helped, or else they would have been down 6 going into intermission, but gave Greater Beckley a little bit of a lift. Now Burrell goes one-on-one, goes up against 3 men as he collapses in on the rim on the right side and rejected. So here comes a chance for Greater Beckley to cut this to 1 or tie the game. They get it across court. Trying to probe inside as Hoskins gets it out to Jordan. Now top of the key for Edwards. Over to Smallwood. Down low to Hairston as he goes to work. Lost it, and Burrell takes it away. Here comes Burrell at the middle of the court. Nice stutter step, nice pass underneath, and a layup in for Demaria Martin. His first points.
Burrell has really sparked this offense here tonight, Chris. He's doing all those things that you need for a team leader to do.
Now Greater Beckley trailing it by 5 as Jordan gives it off. Trying to find an opening is Hoskins, but can't. Now they skip it cross court. Smallwood, he'll take a 3 from the right wing and count it for Caden Smallwood. He's got 7 points now.
Nice shot from Smallwood, set his feet, stood there and even shot it over a defender who was oncoming late, but good shot there to cut this lead down to 2.
27-25 in favor of Winton Woods. Again, still looking for their first win of this season. They're 0-4. But as we said, 3 of their 4 losses have been by a combined 8 points. Lost one by 2, lost another by 1, lost another by 5. So they've just been snake bitten thus far this season, but trying to break through here as pass underneath knocked away. As Lawson was trying to feed it to the far side, but a good defensive play by the Crusaders. And again, Greater Beckley coming in at 1-2, and they played tough competition as well. Again, they beat Tug Valley 64-59. As the inbounds pass comes right in, and Lawson able to finish for his first bucket. But then they played the AAA defending state champions University, lost 93-63, and then lost to Life Christian Academy 64-43. So Coach Brian Helton definitely scheduling tougher, getting his kids ready for the long slog heading down the stretch in their difficult conference and difficult region they go up against.
And a lot of those single-A schools, Chris, Tug Valley is known for that as well. They like to schedule those really big-time opponents and not so much worry about their record going into sectionals and regionals. They want to get ready to play sectional and regional play, and that's what they do. They schedule these really tough opponents and try to get ready for postseason play.
29-25. Down low, they look to Hairston. Nicely done by Burrell as he comes up with another steal. He races past us into the front court. Nice dish off on the way in and finished at the rim by Damari Martin, his 4th point.
And Tony Burrell is really looking good tonight. Playing here in this game, he is taking over.
Now here's Edwards, gets caught in midair, draws the foul from behind, and he'll go to the line as we take a look at our replay.
And Burrell making smart decisions with the ball, leading the fast break, going down the court, getting right in his lane, and finding the open man for easy layups. As you see it on our Video Productions replay.
And again, stick with us here on Video Productions as 20 minutes following this game, we'll have the Titanic matchup between Chapmanville, the 2-time defending West Virginia State champions, going up against Miller, Virginia. Good prep school who picked up a win over Beckley Prep yesterday, as Chapmanville looking to defend home court again. Still haven't lost at home since 2017. So again, that coming your way as the nightcap here on Video Productions.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup. We are looking forward to it here as the gym's starting to fill right now as people anticipating that matchup.
As Edwards hits both free throws. He's got 5 points now, nearing 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And they have got Sean Hoskins just absolutely blanketing Tony Burrell.
Yeah, he's in his shirt pocket right now trying to make sure that Burrell doesn't get free. And Burrell hasn't scored in quite a while, but now he'll take a tough step-back jumper. No good, air ball, and may have been deflected. And now one official comes in from the far side, and I think that was the right call. Again, that shot was well off the mark, and it did look like it came out flat, so Hoskins must have gotten a piece of it.
Well, one thing Winton Woods is doing, Chris, is they are using number 10, Derek Lawson, and number 24, Will Whitson, and they're doing double screens off the roll, but there's a steal.
Nice job by Smallwood jumping the lane, drives in right side, and his layup is good, and Smallwood now with 9 points and the lead down to 2.
Yeah, we got a close ball game here. This one could come down to the wire.
We have seen several times during this tournament. Again, we've had some great games thus far here this week.
We really have.
And I told you the one we did just before this with Man and Nitro. Again, just a furious rally by Nitro, down 9 with about a minute to go. They tied the game, but then a foul with 7 seconds left as Peyton Adams hit 1 of 2, and then Nitro had a shot to win it, but just missed off the mark. Now driving in Martin, rejected from behind by Jordan, and Jordan knocks it off of Martin out of bounds. So a chance for Greater Beckley to tie or take the lead as we hit the midway point of the third. Up ahead.
Winton Wood was not set at all.
Yeah, Smallwood tried to attack with a 3 there, but couldn't get it. Now ball fought for, and nice done by the Warriors. Now they have a break opportunity. Here they come up the right side. Wild shot thrown up, no good by Matthews. And here comes Greater Beckley back.
Matthews was looking for a foul.
They drive in, and Edwards creates the contact that time. We take a look at our replay here.
It was a good block and went right off. Looks like I couldn't see the number. It went off.
Martin that drove in that time.
Yeah, it went right off of him.
So now Jordan will inbound right in front of us. Gets it into the backcourt. There's an inadvertent whistle, and they just keep going.
The inadvertent buzzer. It's like what happens when you ring in too early on Family Feud.
Yeah, like the guy with the buzzer said, I just keep going. So now they go inside to Hairston. He's going to get tied up, it looks like, and it will be a tie-up. Possession arrow, let's see who it's with here.
Greater Beckley.
And it'll stay right here with the Crusaders.
One thing they've not been able to do is get Hairston going underneath. He's 0 of 2 tonight and only 2 points. Both of them come from the charity stripe.
They inbound underneath to Hairston, and this time he gets the bucket to go as he crashes to the ground. So as you said, Nathan, trying to get him set up, and that time they did a good job getting him on the right block to finish.
And some of the Greater Beckley crowd are really vocal behind us tonight, so good to see it when teams can get some traveling from their fans.
I was going to say, we've seen some of these teams, Greater Beckley obviously not out of state, but we've seen even some of these out-of-state schools bring a decent contingent down here with them. So like I said, it's been a really fun tournament here, seeing a lot of the different fans here in Chapmanville. So Burrell drives in, kicks it out. 3 is airballed by Brown, and Harrison chases down the board. A chance for Greater Beckley to retake the lead.
Smart move there by Smallwood to bring that ball out and just reset.
So kick it over to the corner. Jordan goes for 3. Count it for Jordan. And Thad Jordan with his 5th point gives Greater Beckley the lead back at 34-31.
He was 1 of 4 up until then, 0 of 3 from 3, but he was able to knock that one down. Good play for Jordan, and you got to know he's happy to see that one go through the basket.
Now here's Brown with it as the Greater Beckley fans again imploring for defense on this trip. Brown into the center, kicks it out top. Lawson running the point now. 2:15 left in the third quarter. Back to Brown. Again, Burrell has been a non-factor since about midway through the second quarter as Hoskins continues to blanket him on the far side. Now a drive, puts it up, count it, and the foul on the drive by Darian Brown, his first bucket of the game, and a chance to tie things back up.
Greater Beckley was wanting a 5-second call there. They didn't get it.
Now check-ins here. It'll be Stone coming in for Winton Woods, and also checking in is Christian Krunich for the Crusaders.
Krunich is a big hoss under there.
And I told you, you got some big boys in this game right here. This has been a heavyweight matchup on the inside as Brown knocks down the free throw to even things up at 34 apiece. Inbound and a foul almost immediately there by Brown. He couldn't get himself stopped in time and ended up running over Edwards.
Yeah, and Brown there, if he doesn't foul, they've got Edwards trapped.
So we are almost at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter as they inbound it to Hoskins, back to Jordan. He'll bring it across the timeline, looks up ahead, nice bounce pass cutting to the net and easily laid in by Hoskins. Again, great look from Jordan that time.
Yeah, he saw that developing and he just bounced past it across the way, was able to find a cutting man. Nice play by Jordan. Almost a turnover down here as Greater Beckley's doing some full court pressure.
And there you see it on our replay again, just that great pass over to Hoskins who kept running all the way. Now here comes Winton Woods back, trailing now by 2. 1:35 remaining in the third quarter. Drive by Martin, and he goes to the ground and is pushed on the way down, and that'll draw 2 free throws, it appears. It's tough to see if he was in the act of shooting that time, but the official going to give it to him, it appears. They're going to get that on Thad Jordan.
That's just his first personal.
And again, now 3 team fouls.
Nobody really in foul trouble for either side so far in this one, Chris.
Free throw no good. That's 3 team fouls against against Winton Woods, rather 2 against Greater Beckley now.
We are almost through the third quarter. Game flying by.
I was going to say, with that 2-3 zone, it really kind of allowed Winton Woods to take their time. But, yeah, haven't been a whole lot of fouls in this game. But Martin missing 2 big free throws there. It could have tied the game. Entry pass gets away from Krunich as Hoskins tried to lead him, but Krunich was getting up the lane that time. Looked like maybe he was trying to get to the free throw line, just miscommunication.
Yeah, Krunich there was just to the left of the ball. He was trying to get led in. If he'd have led in, he would have had plenty of space to go to work, but unable to do so.
Down to 1:15 remaining in the third quarter. Up top, Williams gets it over to Brown. Brown being guarded by Smallwood. Brown will take it in right side, throws up a outrageous looking shot that time. Looked like he had no chance with that. Now an outlet pass to Jordan, takes it in left side, and Jordan lays it in on the left block. And that'll now give Greater Beckley a 4-point edge. And that last trip, Brown just out of control getting to the rim that time and just had no chance of getting that to go.
Winton Wood has gone cold here for a while. They have not had a basket in quite a few minutes.
And here's a man that had plenty of them in the first half, Tony Burrell, but he has been non-existent with Hoskins blanketing him as they get it over to Brown. His runner, no good. Rebound comes down to Smallwood, lost it out of bounds, and it will go back to Winton Woods.
Yeah, Burrell really took advantage of that 2-3 zone early on in this game, but since they've switched to man-to-man, Burrell's really been a non-factor.
Now checking back in will be Caden Stevens. And checking in here for the Crusaders will be Trifkovich.
Tough one.
Mark Hatcher, he got acknowledged at the Legends of Coaches today at GW High School as a steal on the way in. Edwards, and he's hacked. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. But we were up there with Butch Mounts doing those 2 games with Riverside and Capital and GW and Ashland. They had a nice ceremony in between the first 2 games and honored 6 coaches like Ron Hess, Mick Price, Mark Hatcher. And, Mark made his way back down here as well from that Legends of Coaching ceremony that they had. And Mark asked me whenever I was coming over, he said, "You want to do the PA over here for the introductions?" I'd already seen the names, and I said, "No, you're good, Coach. You go ahead."
I heard him say it was $100 after he walked away, but Elijah Edwards misses the first free throw.
Yeah, but Mark did a good job on the introductions. I said, you know what, did better than I would have done. That second free throw no good, but it looks like a lane violation here.
Been quite a few lane violations here in these past couple of days. So another shot at another free throw here.
And this Edwards, as we mentioned, averaging 19 points per game, has been held in check to just 5 thus far tonight. And able to convert on the extra opportunity. So 3 of 4 from the charity stripe now. 39-34 Greater Beckley, 20 seconds to go in the third.
James Barker just came behind me and said Bediaco, and he's wrong.
Drive and a miss on the inside, rebounded though by Winton Woods. And again, that goes back to last night with the pronunciation game we played. Down to 3 seconds, driving goes Williams, tough fadeaway, no good as the third quarter comes to an end, and Greater Beckley trailed by 3 at the half. They'll take a 5-point lead into quarter number 4. We'll be back after this break as you are watching the Phenom Hoops Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is going to cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new power leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as this is the 4th of 5 games coming your way here today on Video Productions from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Again, we had 2 others earlier today from GW High School. I mean, it's been a fun-filled day here on Video Productions as we've headed into the evening hours, and we've got another tight one for you here as Winton Woods trailing it by 5 with the ball to start the 4th quarter. Can they get Tony Burrell some looks here in the final quarter? Again, he scored the first 17 points of the game for Winton Woods, and they've only scored 17 points since he's been shut down.
Absolutely, and now this man-to-man defense is really giving this Winton Wood club some problems here in the second half.
Well, here he does get free, and there he makes him pay again. He had an open look for a second, and it seemed like he was a little gun-shy after being shut down for a while, but once he set his feet, Burrell able to convert, so the first points for him since early in the second quarter.
Winton Woods trying to trap now.
They get it over to Hairston. Hairston drives in on the left block, puts up a tough shot, and the big guy gets the friendly roll as he's got 6 points now.
That was a very difficult shot, and then there's a foul that time on.
Go for it.
Trifkovich.
Trifkovich is what I've gone with.
There's an F. Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I asked one of the guys over on the far side, I said, is this how you say this? He looked at me and just shrugged his shoulders, and I said, Trifkovich it is.
We'll go with it. There's a foul on him.
And gets away with it as Burrell gets across midcourt. Now loses it from behind, gets it back in the right corner. Trifkovich trying to give him a lot of trouble as Burrell gets away a shot, but over the rim, no good. Rebounded by Edwards. Here he comes into the front court, takes it into the left corner now. 3 on the way, no good off the side of the backboard. And now here comes Burrell racing the other way. A chance to tie here. Takes it on Trifkovich and lays it in with the left hand. And Tony Burrell has sprung to life again here in the 4th quarter. After making his 6th three, he's now even things up.
I don't know where you're looking, but it's 39-41, so.
Okay, 41-39 now. Excuse me again. I forgot about the basket by Hairston.
I'm sitting here going, do you know? Can you count, Chris?
Yeah, fast break doesn't count for 4 points yet, Chris.
Not yet. Give it some time.
And now
James Harden it'll count.
Again, the errands of grievances with the NBA is continued here.
You know, you can walk, you can travel, you can do whatever you want.
As Burrell kicks it out, Stevens, he'll go for the lead from the corner.
Whoa!
And Caden Stevens able to connect. And now Winton Woods has regained the lead when it felt like Greater Beckley had complete control in this game. Now a 1-point lead for the Warriors and a 30-second timeout called by Winton Woods to try and get reset here. But what a rally here by the Warriors after it seemed like Greater Beckley was starting to slightly pull away.
Yeah, and Stevens with a big 3-point shot. You saw it on our replay there. He knocked that one down and kind of has some rainbow arc to it. Great take by him to give the lead back to Winton Woods.
Now after the 30-second timeout, it'll be Greater Beckley Christian ball, trailing by 1 in what has been a good back-and-forth affair here tonight.
Chris, on a side note, you know what amazes me these days? How the basketball jerseys in high school now are all like sponsored by major companies.
Well, now Edwards gets it into the paint, driving in and lays it up, goes coast to coast because he's got 8 points. Yeah, you do notice that a lot of the high school and prep clubs that have done well getting Nike sponsors, Under Armour, things like that, as Burrell had it poked away from behind. Now a loose ball on the floor. We get a tie-up, and the possession arrow will go over to Greater Beckley with 5:53 remaining.
Yeah, and that's solid defense there as you see the drive. And a good take there, good make for number 1, Elijah Edwards. He's got 6 points now.
There's a nice little step to the inside by Edwards there to sidestep the would-be charge call.
Interesting, Chris, the only man in double figures in this entire game is Tony Burrell with 22.
Yeah, again, Greater Beckley has several that are on the cusp of it. They've got Hoskins and Smallwood with 9. And
Edwards has got 8.
And then Jordan with 7 again. A lot more balanced scoring on.
Yeah, absolutely. Where on the other side, it's Burrell 22 and everybody else is under 5.
Well, now you get a steal in the backcourt, and Burrell has it. Burrell up against Smallwood, and Smallwood forces him to step on the sideline and out of bounds. Again, Smallwood has played some good defense, him and Hoskins switching off on Burrell here. Again, Burrell finally was able to break free for 5 quick points here in the fourth quarter. Now you're going to try and see them put the clamps back on him, force anyone but Burrell to beat them. Out front for Hairston. Now he's swinging over to Edwards. Had some space. Now he will take the three and hits it in front of Burrell as he answers back. And now Elijah Edwards getting going himself. So the stars starting to show up on both sides here.
Yeah, and Edwards is up into double figures now. He'll have 11 with that three-point shot, and that gives a little cushion here to Greater Beckley as they're up 4.
46-42 now. Crusaders lead it. On the right side, Martin up against Jordan. Martin trying to get a clear out here to create some opportunity. He gets a screen from Brown. Can't find some space. Now he forces up a shot. No good off the side of the rim. Rebound comes out long. Taken by Hoskins. He and Burrell fighting for it. It goes back on to Greater Beckley side. And they're going to call an over and back call. And Greater Beckley not happy because they didn't think that anyone had possession. But
I don't think anybody did. There had to be a tip there somewhere. I don't know if I agree with that call.
Again, we've had a couple of those in the game thus far, but I was thinking it immediately when it went back across the timeline. I was curious, will this be an over and back or not?
Let's look at the replay here. As the ball was free, I didn't look like Greater Beckley ever established a possession, but nevertheless.
Smallwood went for the steal but couldn't come up with it, but able to get back on defense. Nice drive and take on the left side, but unable to finish as Matthews. Ball loose underneath, taken away by Jordan. Jordan looks up ahead, finds Smallwood, thought about a three, now drives in on Stone, gets bumped, and finally gets the whistle there. Again, at first I didn't know if he was going to get the call or not, but Stone bumped into him from the side, and let's see if they give him shots on this, and they will.
Yeah, it looked like he's definitely going to get shots, Chris, and really trying to create underneath and drew the nice foul there. Edwards gets up to 11 now, and Smallwood at the line can get into double figures.
That one rims in and out for him, though, good.
I'll tell you what, I think if there's going to be one complaint from every coach at this event, it's going to be free throw shooting.
Yeah.
Because every team that I have seen play over these past 3 days has really struggled to shoot free throws. I don't think anybody has been, as a team collectively, over 75%.
As he hits on the second free throw. But, yeah, there's always little nuances in every sport that get to you, whether it's free throws in basketball, bunting in baseball. I mean,
never bunt.
Yeah, not jumping off sides in football or false starts. I mean, just those little things can end up getting you beat at the end of the day. As Burrell in and out on the jumper from the left elbow. Rebound taken by Edwards. Gets it into the front court, and pass goes off Hoskins' hands and out of bounds. I think he was just too close to him that time and just not enough reaction time for Hoskins.
Yeah, and he may not even have been expecting that pass. But Coach Kent Murphy says never bunt, Chris. Always remember that. Hit dingers.
It'd be nice. Now across the timeline comes Matthews. 4 minutes remaining in regulation. A 5-point lead for Greater Beckley. Kicks it out. Stevens now over to Burrell. Burrell guarded this time by Hoskins. Burrell tries to take him off the dribble. Gets into the paint. Blocked by Hairston. Burrell gets it back. Still trying to find an opening. He's triple teamed. And finally a timeout called by Coach David Lumpkins.
Good timeout.
Yeah, I agree. He was triple teamed. That'll be a full timeout. I don't think they have any 30s left. So I think this will have to be a full timeout for Winton Woods here. And it will be a full timeout. So we'll step aside as well with 3:43 remaining. You're watching the Phenom Hoops Classic with us, brought to you by Country Roads Holiday Invitational right here on Video Productions.
I thought they only had seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary
47-42, Greater Beckley Christian leads it with 3:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as Winton Woods looking for a bucket here. Air ball on the three, but Brown gets it on the weak side and kicks it out to Burrell. Burrell gets a screen up top. Thought about the give and go, but not there.
Greater Beckley has really come to play with this man-to-man here in the second half.
Brown with a good take, but couldn't finish at the rim. Edwards with the rebound, had it poked away, and now we're going to get a tie-up.
That's going to go to Winton Woods.
Yeah, Winton Woods maintains possession here with 3:16 remaining now. Again, Greater Beckley looking to even up their record at 500. Winton Woods still looking for their first win of the season. They come in at 0-4, and right now could be heading down, looking down the barrel of another tight loss should this continue the way it is now.
I'm surprised Burrell didn't pull that one.
And right now, you feel like if you're Winton Woods, if he gets any type of a look, you want him to take it, as he'll take it up the middle, gets it into the corner now. Bringing it back out top is Matthews, looking to reset. 6'1" senior drives in against Harrison. Got a good look, but it looked like it slipped out of his hands as he went up with it. Jordan up head to Smallwood. Drives in hard on Stevens. Fouled on the way up. And that'll send Smallwood to the free throw line to shoot two with 2:51 remaining.
Good foul there by Stevens. Really to stop the transition, stop the fast break, and make him earn him from the line.
And Smallwood was just a full head of steam that time. Just no chance he was slowing down on the way to the rim. And he saw they had Stevens on him and had a height advantage, so he forced Stevens' hand that time, and Smallwood's first free throw up and good.
We get a couple, or a timeout, actually. I thought we were going to get some substitutions, but we get a timeout.
So a full timeout. We'll step aside with 2:51 remaining, and Greater Beckley leading by 6. You're watching the Phenom Hoops Country Roads Invitational with us right here live on video production.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
48-42, Greater Beckley Christian with the lead with 2:51 remaining here in the fourth of 5 games. Here from the Phenom Hoops Country Roads Invitational in our final evening of it. Again, started on Thursday. And now we are drawing to the close of it as Smallwood hits both free throws to now extend it to a 3-possession lead. And where is Winton Woods going to get offense from if it's not Tony Burrell?
Somebody's going to have to step up if it's not Burrell. He's been a one-man wrecking crew.
They get it over to Brown. Brown looking to set things up. Gets to the middle, drives in, and a charge. As standing in was Harrison, the big man, and he takes the contact. And boy, does he love it as he heads back up the other way.
That little swagger in that step. I like it. The big man taking the charge. Check it out on our replay here, and yeah, definite charge there. And he did the little Fargo strut back down the court. If anybody knows what that is, you're welcome.
You feel like there's a little backstory behind the charge there, like maybe it's something they've been working on. Now he gets some high fives from the bench, too.
You ever watch that movie Eddie where they couldn't get the Yvonne to take the charge, and finally he takes it. He says, Yvonne, take charge.
Yeah, you and I both breaking out all the references that maybe 4 people know today. What was the one I had last game?
The 4-point play from the old MTV game.
Oh, yeah, I brought that up. It's
Sheesh.
Now you're bringing up Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg.
That's a good movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree. I liked it. I owned it.
And I still own it. I still have it. Robbie Mounts agrees.
The last time the New York Knicks were any good.
Mark Jackson was still playing.
To get it into Edwards. Full court pressure now, and Edwards bumped. And let's see, that is the penalty. That's team foul. That's the 1-on-1 now. That's actually team foul number 8. So it'll be a 1-1 on the other end for Edwards.
No rest for the wicked, and by that I mean you and I, Chris, because coming up right after the conclusion of this game, the big one, Chapmanville and Miller School from Virginia. Man, we got a big finish to this tournament.
And again, Miller coming in now at 6-3 after they knocked off Beckley Prep, but again, that's a team in Miller, Virginia. They won the 2018 Division I Virginia State Championship. They average 82.3 points per game. I mean, they were in the state finals last year as well. Again, they won it 2 years ago. They were in the state finals last year. So Miller, Virginia, absolutely no joke.
No, sir. And that's going to be another big test for Chapmanville. I thought they did a great job against ISA, or International Sports Academy. I think they did a great job there. It was a big win for this program. They take down a team with a top 30 player in the country, and Charles Badeko.
You and James Barker still.
Watch it back, James. I have the microphone.
Edwards misses on the second, 50-42. But yeah, Miller, Virginia, they've got 4 players that are in the starting lineup that average in double figures as well. So it's going to be a tall task for the Tigers, but it's going to be an interesting matchup nonetheless as Burrell backs up for a jumper, can't convert, and taken away by Edwards. And Edwards pushed from behind. And you could see that foul coming halfway up the court as Lawson was just riding his back pocket and finally gave him the shove, and that'll send Edwards back to the line to shoot the final 1-1.
Yeah, and you can tell now that really nobody's been able to knock down shots here for this Winton Wood Club. Burrell's went cold here. He's now shooting 50% from the floor, whereas earlier, Chris, he was lights out, and he's missed a lot of his last few shots.
That's the thing. We've seen a lot of these prep schools come in with a lot of talent. You can still tell that a lot of them are a little raw as Edwards hits the first front end of the 1-1. But it's still a little raw, still working on their shots and trying to get some of the fundamentals still down as well. So, again, you see the talent in the young men and you're trying to develop that. And right now you can still see kind of the breakdown in some of those respects. You see those flashes of brilliance as well, but you still see some of the fundamental things that aren't quite there yet with some of them.
And there was a point to be made whereas a lot of prep schools are like AAU squads, whereas, you know, your Chapmanvilles and teams like that are more of a high school team, and it's a different kind of play that they do.
As both free throws were good by Edwards, and now a foul on the other end with 1:57 to go, so we could be heading for a very long final 2 minutes here.
It seems that way.
And again, fouls on both ends here, and right now if you're Greater Beckley, last thing you want to do is start fouling.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to foul. You got a 10-point lead here, and you definitely don't want to start fouling and give Winton Woods opportunities to score with the clock stopped.
His first free throw up and no good, almost banked in.
That just kind of summarizes the night for the Warriors.
And Matthews not in the scorebook yet tonight.
And they've only got, it's like 8 points in this quarter, does Winton Wood.
Second free throw up and good by Matthews, cuts the lead back down to 9 as Greater Beckley going to be shooting the double bonus the rest of the way as they break the pressure. Hoskins across the timeline as now they try and spread it out here and see if they can get Winton Woods to come out and chase as Edwards lobs it back over to Smallwood. Again, it was a 3-point lead for Winton Woods at halftime, but here in the second half they've been outscored 30-18 by Greater Beckley Christian. As Smallwood dribbles towards the corner, now brings it back out as we hit a minute and a half to go. So the Warriors see how long they go without fouling here, as Greater Beckley has no need to get into any offense at the moment.
They're not in a hurry.
And leading at 52-43, Jordan, top of the key, gets it over to Edwards, down to a minute 10. So Edwards now to Smallwood, again running good weave out here at the top of the key. Now Smallwood will hand it off to Jordan, down to 1 minute to go. So Winton Woods looks like they're on their way to still being winless at 0-5 as Jordan's pass into the corner, lobs it back out front. And Greater Beckley on their way to evening up their record at 2-2 with this very difficult start to the season that they've had with the scheduling. But I tell you what, Brian Helton's club, very impressive here tonight, and absolutely would not be surprised at all seeing this team in Charleston contending for a single-A state title.
Absolutely. Great squad here, and again, they played Tug Valley. They did defeat the Panthers in a close one. So we might see that matchup again later on one more time.
And it'll be Smallwood going back to the free throw line here. as his first attempt up and good. Smallwood, 4 or 5 from the line here in the fourth quarter, 5 of 7 overall. He's got 13 points, does the sophomore.
It's a big win for Greater Beckley, and they'll be able to go back down south here and celebrate a big win.
Yeah, heading back to whence I came from Thursday night over near Shady Spring, just a little past Beckley. His second free throw up and good for Smallwood, and now driving in, Brown lost it and out of bounds over to Greater Beckley with 25 seconds left.
Interesting enough, Chris, turnovers were almost dead even, but you can see in team fouls, 17 team fouls on Winton Wood, only 6 on Greater Beckley.
And now Brown hits the deck after Edwards slammed on the brakes that time across mid-quarters. We're down to 13 seconds. Edwards gets a little space as they run down the final ticks here. And Greater Beckley, after trailing in the first half, trailing by 3 at halftime, show their toughness and show their mettle as they keep Winton Woods winless and pick up their second win of the year in a very entertaining back-and-forth affair, but it ends with Greater Beckley taking a 54-43 win. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back to recap things and get set for Chapmanville versus Miller, Virginia. You are listening to and watching the Country Roads Invitational, brought to you by Phenom Hoops, right here on Video Productions.
What are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 34659.
54-43, Greater Beckley beats Winton Woods here tonight. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. Again, just looking at the final scoring, the leaders on both sides. You had Tony Burrell with 22 points to lead the way. Just didn't get a whole lot of support from his sporting cast tonight, but then great balanced scoring from Greater Beckley. 14 for Elijah Edwards, 14 Caden Woods, 9 for Sean Hoskins, 7 for Thad Jordan, 6 for Isaiah Harrison, and then Krunich and Trifkovich, each with 2 points each. Again, this is a Greater Beckley team that really shares the ball well, has a lot of various scoring. Again, they're going to be a tough team as things move forward.
Absolutely. A very good Class Single A squad, and Winton Woods' Tony Burrell has nothing to hang his head about. Just needed a little more help, and maybe the outcome could have been different.
Again, we're going to step aside now for a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for Chapmanville versus Miller, Virginia in our final game here from the Phenom Hoops Country Roads Classic. So make sure you join us coming up here in just a little bit here on Video Productions as our final score, game number 4, 54-43. Greater Beckley knocks off Winton Woods. And we'll see you here in just a few moments on Video Productions.